Good morning, students. Now, in today's English class, we are going to take up one of your favorite topics, that is notice writing. Now, why this is one of your favorite topics? Because you find it very easy. You don't have to learn anything. You just understand, you read the question properly, and draw and write neatly, and you end up getting good marks. Most of the times, 5 out of 5 also. So we've been doing notice right from class 6, so you people are well aware how to write notice. So we'll start with it quickly. Now, you know that it is a piece of short piece of writing notice. No, it's usually a formal, very formal, short piece of writing which is used by individuals or organizations to give information, to announce events or celebrations or occasions, to make appeals, to extend invitations, or to issue public instructions. Now, if we have to write notice, we have to keep in mind some points, no? So we are going to take up those points first. Some points which are there which are must in every notice. So let us quickly revise those points. Look at these. Now, as you can see that an effective notice will usually include the following points. First is the name of the organization or the institution or the office which is writing the notice. Then it is followed by, here you can see the word notice. Yes. Then the date of issuing the notice. That is number 3. Then it is followed by a caption or a heading. Then later we come on to the purpose of writing the notice, for what it has been written, like an appeal or a meeting. Then comes to the body part, which includes the date of the schedule, like the date, time, venue, program, duration, and so on. And then in the end, at number 7, we have signature, and then followed by name, and then designation of the person who is issuing the notice. So these are the 7 points. They are the must, which are going to be there in every notice. So when we start writing notice, on the top, first of all, we start with the name of the institution which is issuing the notice, followed by the word notice. Then on the left side, the top left side, it comes the date. Then we have the heading. Now these 4 things, they come on the top side of the notice. These 4 things. Yes, and these 4 things, they should be written in capital letters. You know, it makes it more appealing and important. They get noticed easily. Then these 2 points, points number 5 and point number 6, they include the body of the letter, the notice. So they also vary. The information here in this body, it varies according to the question. And then we have signature, the name, and designation. This order should be like this only. First the signature of the person, followed by name in capitals, and then the designation of the person who is issuing. Usually the tone and the style of writing the notice, the language, it is formal only. Sometimes it can be semi-formal or informal. So these are the value points which we have to keep in mind, and they have to be kept in mind in every notice, because they remain the same in every notice and they are the must. If you write this much, every point here starting from the top, these 4 points, they carry half marks. So if this part is correct, you get 2, end up getting 2 here. So here the bottom part, it gets 1.5 here, and rest the body. So the first prerequisite of a notice is that it must be neat and clean. That's the most important point. So you should avoid making any kind of cutting or the handwriting or the spelling mistakes. So the first suggestion for this to avoid such kind of mistakes, to avoid cutting, to avoid spelling mistakes, and to avoid the points which are more important in the end. So we should form a rough draft of the notice first. Whether it is in our mind or we make it in the pencil in the side, just rough draft of the language of the body and the things which are to be written, and then we should follow with the fair draft. Then we can end up getting 5 marks. So let us see the layout, how to write the notice. Now, as you can see here, this is the layout of a notice. Now, first of all is we draw a box. You can see a box, a rectangular box is drawn with a pencil. Now, after that, as you can see here, the first thing which we write is the name of the institution. Here, it is written in capitals, followed by the word notice. This also you should write in capitals. Then here on the left side, we write date. Usually date is written in this manner, like it is 28 May. No? So 28 May 2020. So date comes on the left side, top left side, in the next line to the notice, or it can be near to the notice also. Then the main heading here, the about which we are writing the notice, whether it is a meeting or announcement of an event, a competition or something. So this part includes the body of the notice, the center part. And then here, as you can see, here it is the signature, then the name of the person, and then the designation. And then the whole thing is enclosed in a box. Usually I tell my children that you first make these 3 lines. Start with the top line, draw the top line, draw these 2 lines. Don't make the 4th line first. Finish your notice first, because we never know how much space it is going to take. Sometimes, we draw the line and then we end up going out beyond that. So first draw these 3 lines, write your whole notice, and then when you have done with it, draw this 4th line. So this is how we are going to draw or write a notice. This is the layout of the notice. Now children, in your book, the first type of notice which is given is the lost and found. You remember we did that, started it in the first term of class 6, So these are very easy. I think you can attempt it on your own, or we'll take it up later. So today we are going to start with the events notice. Now, event can include so many types of events, like it can be some drive, awareness drive, or a cleanliness drive, or event can also include some sports events like sports meet, or it can be a competition, it can be a music competition, it can be a drawing competition, it can be a puppet show. So all these things, they are going to come in the event. So we are going to start with the event. Now, when we are writing the event notice, any sort of event, so some points we have to keep in mind, which you can see here in your book. Now, the points which we have, the value points which we must consider is, now the first is the name of the event. Of course, that we have learned. They are the first, the must ones, the name of the event, then the name of the organizer if it is there, the person, the institution which is organizing, then the purpose or the occasion or the objective, then the date, time and duration, then place where the event is organized or the venue, and then we have activities which are going to be there in that notice, and then some essential qualifications or eligibility or conditions. So these things, they all vary according to the questions. It's not necessary that all these things are to be there, are to be written in all kinds of notice of events. It depends upon the questions. They will vary with the questions. Then we come on to prize, awards, incentives which are offered, and the address of the person, who the name and the designation, and any kind of specific instructions. So the 7 things which we did it in the beginning, that is the name on the top, name of the institution, then the notice, then the heading, then date, 4 there, then 3 designations. So those 7 things, and they are going to be there in every notice. They are going to remain same, but the body, it will change according to the questions. So let us take this sample notice which is given here. Can you see this question on the first one? You are Manjeet Kaur Chawla. Now children, usually I tell my children when I teach them notice that when you are reading the question, reading of the question, of course that plays important role in every type of questions. But in notice it is more important because the question is quite long, as you can see, about 4 to 5 lines, and we have to save time while writing paper, no? So how to save time and how to avoid getting this wrong? So while you are reading the question, so please keep on underlining the points which we know we are going to use it in the notice. So here, Manjeet Kaur Chawla, this is the person who's writing the notice. So that means we'll need this name, so we'll underline. You are Manjeet Kaur Chawla, this is the name. Activities coordinator of this is the designation, BCM Arya Senior Secondary School, Ludhiana. This is the name of the school which is going to be written on the top. Okay. Now let us see what the notice is. Your school is going to organize. Now this also we'll underline. Organize a cleanliness drive. This is cleanliness drive is going to be our heading as part of the International Workers' Day. Now that's the occasion which we are celebrating, International Workers' Day celebrations. During the drive, the students will clean their classrooms. So this is the activity. At this point, these things will come under activities. What is to be done in this event? Clean their classroom, desks and cupboards. Now, write a notice in not more than 50 words. Usually, the word limit which is given to you to write notice is 50 words. Announcing the drive. So first we have to announce the drive and invent other necessary details like prizes. So sometimes we have to invent the details from our side, like prizes and the date, the time, the venue and the equipment required, and these things also they vary according to the questions. So let us see how it is done here. Now can you see heading on the top? BCM Senior Secondary School, Ludhiana. It's written with capital letters. Then after this we have the word notice. Then we have the word cleanliness drives, 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one is date. Now date, children, here you can see it's 29th April because the book was written that time. But we have to always remember whatever the question is, the date here which is to be written is the present date. That means the day when you are writing the notice. Okay. Now as you can see, this notice, it is written in a paragraph form. One more form we have learned, that is called as indented form or the tabular form. No, that makes our things easier and quicker to, the notice becomes conspicuous. So we'll learn that also. Let us read how they have done it. On the occasion of the International Workers' Day. So this is the occasion which is announced here. The school is organizing a cleanliness drive. This is the heading which has been announced. On 1st May date, during the zero period, it is the time. As part of the drive, the students will clean their classroom. So here the activities which are involved, they are announced. Classrooms, desks and cupboards. They will bring detergents, dusters, buckets, moppers, etc. from home. So this will come under the specific instructions. Top 3 classes will be awarded. So this is the announcement of the prizes. And then here we get Manjeet Kaur is said, this is signature, then name, and then the designation. Okay, so this is how we have to write this notice which is given, and this one is done in the paragraph form. And now I'll show you how to write in the tabular form, in the indented form. Now as you can see here, the top portion will remain same. BCM Arya Senior Secondary School, Ludhiana, notice, date, and cleanliness drive. Okay. Now I was short of space here, so I did not leave lines. Otherwise, usually we tell the children to leave lines here between these things, so it makes it more neat and clean. No, we have more space, and then the date can be written a little bit here down. Okay. So ours, now we are announcing the event now here. One line we can announce. Our school is organizing a cleanliness drive on the occasion of the International Workers' Day. So we've announced the drive, we have told the occasion also. Then we write this line, the details are as follows. So as you can see, it is written in the tabular form. Date, time, venue, activities and prizes. All those things which were told in a paragraph form, we have written it indented. So it makes it more conspicuous, and neat and clean, and it's easier to get the information from this kind of notice. So you should go for this type. So date is 30th May, suppose, and because we had to invent the details from our side. Then time, during the zero period. Venue is the classrooms, of course, and activities, cleaning of classroom, desks and cupboard, and prizes, top 3 classes will be avoided. Now comes the specific instructions. Students will bring detergents, dusters, moppers, etc. from home, and then we have the signature, name and activities coordinator. So I hope this thing is clear to you, how to write this kind of notice. Yes? Okay, thank you. So we start with the first notice that is given in your exercises. Let us read the question, and as you can see, while reading you have to underline the important things. Now suppose you are Gitesh Mishra. Underline, this is the name of the person who is issuing. The head boy, this is designation, of Guru Tegh Bahadur School, Delhi. This is the name of the institution. You had a meeting with the principal and the house in charges in which the date for the annual sports day, this is the event, name of the event, this will be our heading, was decided, and draft a notice in about 50 words announcing the dates and requesting the interested participants to submit their names along with the name of the events they want to participate in. This is what is to be written in the body. Okay, so we have to announce the event, the date, and we have to request the students to participate and give their names for it along with the name of the events. Now here, students, I'll request you to switch off this video, stop this video for 5 minutes. Reason being, on the next page, it's given there in the exercise part. You have to fill in the blanks reading this question. So stop this video here only, read the question and try to fill in the blanks of the notice. So after 5, you fill it and then you continue with the video and you check whether your answers, they match with the ones which I will give you after 5 minutes. So this way you will be able to practice how to write a notice. So be honest, just stop this video here and then after 5 minutes you'll start it. So I hope you've done it. After 5 minutes, we can see the answers, what you have done. So here, Guru Tegh Bahadur School, Delhi. This is the name on the top, the school name. Notice, second one. Then we come with the heading, the annual sports day, the date you can see on the left side. Then we have the school is celebrating its annual sports day. The first blank will be annual sports day on 5th June. So here we have invented this detail, that is the 5th of June. In the school playground from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So we have invented the time here. Students who are interested to take part in various track and field events should submit their names along with the names of the events they want to participate in. So I came down because I was short of space here also. Latest by 1st of June I've written here. I've changed the date because here this date was not matching with ours. Okay. So then we have the designation here, Gitesh Mishra, the name and that's already given. So I hope your answers and my answers, they match. And if they don't, you can change them. You can see it once again. Now, along with this, I will also tell you how to write this same notice in the paragraph form. Sorry, the paragraph form is this one only, the indented form, the tabular form. So look at this, have a look. So name, the top portion will be same. The Guru Tegh Bahadur School, Delhi. then notice, then date, then annual sports day. Okay. Now the school is celebrating its annual sports day. We have announced the event here, the date, the details are. Now you can see here, the details are given here. Date, time, venue, classes, events and prizes. The same thing we have given it in the form of a the table now. Okay. So date is 5th June, time is 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Venue is school playground, then classes 6 to 12. So it's up to you to decide, if because it is not given in the question. Like we people have it twice, na? Juniors and seniors separate. So events like races, long and high jumps, cycle race, etc. Then we have prizes here. The first 3 winners will get medals and certificates. Okay, then we come to the last line. Interested students should submit their names along with the name of the event to the sports in charge by this student. This is last date of giving the registering the names. It's very important. You don't forget, you'll lose your marks here. Then we come with that the signature, name and the designation. So I hope this notice is clear with you. Now the notice which is given in the next one, that will be your homework. So this one, the Department of Post, Government of India. This is your homework. You do it in the book with a pencil, and next time we'll discuss it. Okay. Okay students, so the next type of notice which we are going to take up now, it is the meeting notice. Now whenever there is a meeting, it is announced by either the principal or with some house in charges, and they want to meet somebody. So they write a notice for that. We are going to learn how to write such kind of notice of meeting. Now the value points for this, of course we have to write the date. Now those 7 points will be same in this also. So along with those 7 points, here we have to mention the date of the meeting, the time for the meeting, of course the name of the event for which the meeting is decided, the place where the meeting will be there, the agenda, the purpose of the meeting, and who is to attend, the persons who have to attend this meeting, and any specific instructions if there are, and of course the name and the address and all that, designation and all that. Now let us take up one sample notice which is given here. So you are Aman Dhamija, name of the person, head boy of Yadavindra Public School. This is the name of the school, Patiala, and draft a notice in about 50 words for all the house captains. Now the persons who have to attend the meeting is the house captains and the vice captains. You all understand, na? House captains and vice captains, they make the council, the house councils, to attend a meeting with the principal. So this meeting is to be done with the principal and house in charges, to discuss the allocation of duties. Now this is the agenda, the reason for the meeting, to discuss the allocation of the duties for maintaining cleanliness in the school. So this whole will come in the agenda of the meeting. Now children, most of the times you have to pick up the language from the question only. So you don't have to go, you should not go wrong in that way. So read your questions very, very carefully. Now this here, notice they have given in the form of a paragraph, and the name of the school given here, Yadavindra Public School, notice, then the date, then the house council meeting. This is the heading, and then all the house and vice captains, these are the persons who have to attend, must attend an important meeting with the principal and house in charges on 2nd of September. So this is the date. During recess, this is the time for the meeting. In the library, this is the venue. To discuss the allocation of duties, this is the agenda for maintaining cleanliness in the campus. And in the end, we have to write down here, please note that the attendance is compulsory, and then the name. Okay, so at meeting notice, they can be written in this form, or they can also be written in the tabular form. I'll tell you that also. So let us move on to the question, the first question of your exercise. So the principal of your school has called a meeting of the house council. So meeting is of the house councils to finalize arrangement. This is the what? Yes, this is the agenda to finalize arrangement for the organization of this also comes under the arrangement, the agenda for the organization of charity show on the occasion of Teachers' Day. On behalf of the principal, write a notice in about 50 words for the council notice board. Okay, so what you have to include in this notice is announce the meeting and then date, time, venue, and the agenda here, and the emphasis for attendance is compulsory. Again, I'll request you to switch off for 5 minutes and try to fill in the blanks. If it is possible for you, it will be good for you. You'll be able to follow it. And after 5 minutes, you can start the video again and you can see your answers. I think, after you do it and you see your answers are quite correct, even after up to 80 or 70%, then you get a sense of achievement and you feel encouragement. Okay? So be honest with yourself. Give yourself 5 minutes, and in those 5 minutes, try to fill in the blanks. So this type of notice is paragraph form. ABC School XYZ City. Now, why have we written here ABC School XYZ City? Because in the question, no name of the school was given. Okay. Then heading is notice. Then house council meeting. This is the heading. Okay. Then date here 28th of May 2020. This is also to be changed. Now, the house council members are hereby informed that they have to attend a meeting with the principal on 29th of May. It can be the next day at 10 a.m. in her office to finalize arrangements for charity show being organized on the occasion of Teachers' Day. Please note that the attendance is compulsory for all the members. Then here also no name is given. So we can write some alphabets like PQR in the form of signature, then capitals, name, and then the head boy or the head girl. So I hope this is clear. Now we will do the same notice of the house council meeting in the form of the table. Okay, so you can have a look at that one. Of course, the top portion is same. ABC School XYZ City notice, date, and house council meeting. Now, first line we will announce. All the house council members are hereby informed that so learn these words. So all the house council members are hereby informed, or it can be like this also. All the house council members have to attend an important meeting with the principals. It can be like that also. So here we go like this. All the house council members are hereby informed that they have to attend a meeting with the principal. Then we give the meeting details, date, 29th May, time 10 a.m. venue principal's office, then agenda to finalize arrangement for the charity show for the Teachers' Day, and attendance is compulsory, and then the signature, name, and head boy or head girl. So I hope this is clear with you, this notice in the form of the table. Okay, now your homework is this one. The question which is given, you suppose you are Helen Mehta, the president of Residents Welfare Society, Chittaranjan Park. So this will be the name of the person who is writing the notice, and this will be our institution. This is the designation actually, president. The Welfare Society, Residents Welfare Society. This will be the heading of our notice on the top. Now school's name will not be there. Okay. So, Chittaranjan Park, this is the heading of the notice, first heading. And then the Municipal Corporation of Delhi has sent a grant of rupees 1 lakh, or I don't know how much it is, for the development of a children's park in your locality. So, write a name. So, for a meeting of the executive of the society. So, this meeting, who is going to attend this meeting? This meeting is for the executive of the body of the society. So The heading of will be meeting of the executive members of the society. No, that will be the heading, the persons who have to attend. And then the agenda will be to allocate, the Municipal Corporation of Delhi has sent a grant for the development of the park. So to discuss about the grant which has been sent by the Municipal Corporation for the development of the children's park in the locality, that will be the agenda. So you try, we'll discuss it next time. Okay, so we start with the third type of notice, that is the tours, camps or fairs or exhibition. The notice which we have taken up till now, meeting and the event and even this one, these types of notice we have also covered in class 7. So they are not new for you. Okay, so this is sort of revision for you. So I hope you are able to follow it. Now the value points of this kind of notice, of course, we will write down the name of the organizer who is organizing the tour or the expedition or the camp, then the name of the activity or the nature of the activity, and the occasion, if there is any venue we have to tell, then the objective like information, awareness or appeal, and then date and time, expenditure involved. Of course, for camps and all that, we'll have to tell the expenditure and entry charges also, and beginning, then conclusion, when it will start, when it will end, and then the place and the destination, and of course the other things like specific instructions and the duration from and to, and the address, the person. So of course these things, they will keep on changing from the question to question. It will depend upon the question. So let us take up this sample notice which is given to you. Apex Adventures and Inner Line Treks and Travels is organizing a 5-day trekking expedition. So you can see I've already underlined the important points. So this is the organizing committee, the institution which is organizes Apex Adventures and Inner Line Treks and Travels. It is organizing, this is the event, the 5-day trekking expedition. So this is going to form our heading for students of class 8 of your school, and you are Revati. So this is the name of the person who is writing the notice, a secretary of the adventure club of your school. Draft a notice in 50 words for the school notice board announcing the expedition. You have to announce the expedition, and you have to invite the students to join it, and you have to invent necessary details like charges, parents' consent letters. So this point is must for any kind of picnics, tours, travels and all that, when in the case of students. So parents' consent letter this is one point which we don't have to miss actually. And of course the last day and the date for submitting the names. So here again, this is given in the form of a paragraph. But these kinds of notice, because we have too many things to write, so they should be written in the form of the table. That way it will be easier for you. So let us study this one. Scholars Home, Dehradun. This is the name of the school which is given here. Notice and trekking expedition and the date. Apex Adventures and Inner Line Treks and Travels. So this is the name of the organization committee. Organizer is organizing a 5-day trekking expedition at Mussoorie. This is venue. This is the event. And for the students of class 8 from this date, this is the date. Interested students must deposit charge and with parents and consent letter with their respective class teachers by the last day. This is the last day to submit. Then we have the name and then the class and the signature, the name and the designation. So you should go for this type of notice in the form of Okay students, so let me show you how to write the same notice in the form of a table, the indented form. So the beginning remains same. Scholars Home, Dehradun. Notice, trekking expedition and date. This part is same. we give introduction, we announce the event here. Our school is arranging for a 5-day trekking expedition. Details are, we can write details are as follows also. Now these are the things which we have to give the information about. So first I've written here, organized by Epic Tours and Travels. Venue, Missouri. Date, 10th June to 15th June, because it's 5-day, so starting and the ending date we have to give. Duration, 5 days. Time of departure from school, 6 a.m. Time of arrival at school, 5 p.m. Then charges, rupees 5,000, which includes boarding and lodging both. Then class 8, means of transport is luxury bus. So this whole thing is given in the form of a table, which is easier, much easier to read also. Then we come to the last portion. Interested students must submit the money along with the written consent letter of parents. So any tour, any kind of camp, travel, so this line is must, that the written consent letter of the parents with the class teacher by 2nd of June 2020. The last date, this is also must. You lose, children forget this part usually and they lose the marks here. And then we come to the last portion, and that is signature and name and the designation. So this is how such kind of notice can be written in the form of a table. These kind of notices, especially because they have too many things to be given, so we should go for this kind. So now we come on to the exercise. The first notice which is given in your exercise. National Book Trust NBT of India is organizing a book fair. So let us underline, as I've told you, is organizing a book fair at Pragati Maidan, New Delhi. So this will be her heading. This is the organizing committee or institution to celebrate the Children's Day. This is the occasion. Now your school is planning to take a group of students on the visit to the fair. As Supriya Pathak is the person who's writing, Secretary of the Readers Club, Hamdard Public School, this is the name of the school, Noida. So write a notice for the school notice board inviting students. So we have to invite the students to join the visit and include details like time. So we have to tell the time of departure and arrival and the money the students can carry to buy the books. So in your book it's given in the form of a paragraph. You can fill in the blanks, but today I will show you how to write this notice in the form of the table. That will be easier. Okay, so as you can see here, so heading is Hamdard Public School, Noida. Notice, date, and the heading is book fair. Now we announce the topic here. Our school is planning to take a group of students to visit the book fair being organized by National Book Trust at Pragati Maidan. Details are as follows. So first is date, 3rd June, time of departure from school 8 a.m, time of arrival back at school 2 p.m, means of transport is school bus, classes 7 and 8, and the occasion is Children's Day. And the specific instructions, they include that student can carry up to rupees 1,500 to buy the books. Now interested students, so we come to the last portion. Interested students can give their names to their respective class teacher along with the consent letter of their parents. As I told you, in this type of notice, this point is very important. With consent letter of their parents, latest by 30th of May, and then signature, Supriya Pathak name, and designation is Secretary of the Reader Club. So I hope this is clear. Don't worry if you cannot, if it is not clear here, I'll send you the PDF along with all the notice which I've shown you so that you can copy them down in your book or your notebook. And now this notice, can you see this personality plus a human resource management group is organizing a personality development camp for the students of class 8. So this one is your homework. So you have 3 notice to complete today. This one and the 2 previous as your homework. So children, you complete it here in your book itself with a pencil, or you can write it in the rough notebook. So next time I send you the PDF, you can check whether they are correct or not.